Welcome back to another Ironbark Games devlog. This video will be a fair bit shorter than previous videos because there hasn't been too much progress. I will address that in a moment and also let you know what I've been doing and what my next steps will be. Before I get too far into things, I wanted to take the time to give a few shoutouts. Firstly, thank you for all the members of my Discord that have continued to stay active in the last few weeks where I have not been very active. It has been amazing to see, and I promise I will be more active again soon. Next, a massive shout out to my first Discord mod, JWolf. He has been a very committed fan of my work and has also been helping the community that I'm trying to create. Lastly, another massive shout out to my very first patron, Vidler. I am very excited to have my first patron and will be aiming to make it more worthwhile. My current idea for this is to allow higher tiered patrons to name NPCs or something similar to that. If you have suggestions for what you'd like to see on my Patreon, please let me know in a comment below. So now I will get into what's happened behind the scenes. As I mentioned in my first video, I'm not a full-time game dev. I work with my in-laws to manage our family business, so I won't go into too many details about what's happened. But basically, I have been needed to be a lot more involved in the day-to-day management and workings of the business. And for a few weeks there, I was working 10-hour days and then coming home to be with my family. So today, working on this video is the first time in about a month that I've actually had time to work on anything Ironbark Games related. However, I did manage to get a few things done before that happened. Last video, I showed the work in progress for my inventory. I've gotten this to a point that I'm happy with, but it's still definitely a work in progress. What you can do at the moment is pick up items, move things around your inventory, equip items, and the equipable items have buffs on them. I haven't made the equipped items show up on the player, so it's all UI and HUD progression at this point. Once I had this at a point where I was happy with, I wanted to start making assets and do more concept work. I don't have any fancy art training or anything like that, but my plan is to make what my art level allows for, starting simple and working my way up. I started by drawing a sword a day. I managed to do that about 4 days. If you're in my Discord, you might recognize some of these concepts. Next, I worked on some concepts for my mushroom people, the Myphilia. I really like how they look and want to try and keep the same style through the other races. While I was doing these, I changed the race that was the mole people and decided to change it to something more like an aardvark crossed with a pangolin. I called them Ardalin and created a concept for them as well. And I'm pretty sure that covers everything since last time. Going forward from here, I think there will be another 2 or so weeks before I can really get back into the swing of game dev. However, the plan once that does happen is to go back to planning for a bit. Not super exciting for devlogs, unfortunately. However, I strongly feel that there are a lot of things that need to be planned out more in depth, so that I have a clearer image of the smaller mechanics that make up most of the game will be. I will also take the time to work on concepts and fleshing out different races and the story of the game. Because of this, I will be aiming for the next few videos to be more about races and covering those sorts of things, so I can continue putting videos out while I'm working on a lot more documentation than actually working in Unity. I have also been planning to do some Discord competitions for different areas of game dev, like the best blender model, the best sound effect for a certain asset, or even start a game jam. If you have ideas for what sort of things I could run, please let me know in the comments. So that wraps it up for this devlog. Thank you for coming back for more and watching my video. Again, a massive thank you to JWolf and Vidler for your support. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you liked this video. If you haven't already, please join the Discord so you don't miss out on those competitions as well. Lastly, if you really like my content and want to support this channel financially, please consider becoming a patron. As always, links are in the description. Thanks again for joining me for this devlog, and I will see you next time.